welcome back everybody. This is our review lesson today. So I am glad you're back and working along with me. And to get started, we will do our letter sound. So you say the word or the letter and I will repeat it so you can check your work. So say the whole word. Snap. This is our SN blend. Snap. Step. Skin. Qu. Ing. E or E. Ch. Swim. Sh. B. A or U. Glad. Small. I or I. Ang. Ung. Or v. All. D. Slip. R. A or A. Excuse me. A or O. Allergies are kicking in. Ooh. Oops. Sped. Ong. I. Remember, I, consonant E says I. Your I says its name, it's E. The E is silent. W. Flag. X. A. A, consonant E says A. Clap. Okay, get your pencil and paper ready or whatever you are writing on, and it's time to write the alphabet as our warm-up. So remember, we do A through M on one line, N through Z on the other, and I am going to write at the same time you are writing, but I am not going to say the letters. So you can go ahead and start. So we'll start with A. So remember, when you get to M at the end of the line, you go down to the next line. There you have it. And make sure, oops, oh, I erased it. Make sure your letters that go below the lines, such as J and G, P, Q, Y, make sure they go down below the line. They're not sitting up on the line. The lowercase letters need to go down below. Okay, if you're done with your alphabet, let's do our writing our letters that make sounds. So when I say the one way to write the blend at the beginning of small, you write the blend, just the first two letters. You don't need the whole word. So one way to write the blend at the beginning of small. How did you write it? Did you write SM? SM, small. Number 2, 3 ways to write K. We now know 3 ways to write K. Okay, what 3 ways do we have to write K? We have C, we have K, and we have CK together. Remember, we learned last time CK, we use long spelling right after short vowel. That's when we use our CK. Number 3, 2 ways to write F. 2 ways to write F. And what 2 ways did you write F? Did you write it F or 2 F's? Floss rule, we double F, L, and S at the end of a single closed syllable. Number 4, 1 way to write qu. Qu. And how do we write qu? Q, U, qu. Number 5, 1 way to write eh. Eh. How do we write eh? If we stretch it out, Eddie. E, Eddie, eh. Number 6, 1 way to write ah. Ah. Did you write A, apple, ah. Number 7, 1 way to write glad. Glad. 1 way to write the blend at the beginning of glad. Just the blend. Did you write G-L? G-L. Glad. And when I write my G, it needs to hang down. And number 8, 2 ways to write I. 2 ways to write I. And what 2 ways did you write for I? Did you write I by itself or I consonant E says I? Okay, nice job. Now we know our sounds. Let's practice reading some words. Remember, you read the word. If you need to sound it out to yourself, do that and then read it smoothly. And I will repeat it in a few seconds so you can check your work. Deck, d, e, k. And tell yourself why this word has a CK at the end. What was our rule? Our E said which is a short sound, so we used our CK, long spelling right after short vowel. So we heard the E say so we use CK. Deck. Smash. S-m-a-sh. Smash. Spill. And there's our floss rule. We doubled the L at the end of a single closed syllable. Slash. Slash. Rack. Our A says so we used long spelling right after short vowel. Rack. Let's sound this one out together. K, click. Puck. Wall. What's our chunk here? All. Wall. Pay attention to the A consonant. E says A. Wave. And our E is silent. Here we have I consonant. E says I. I've. Dive. Again, I consonant E, line, line. B, k, buck. Our U says so we used our long spelling right after short vowel. So CK, buck, buck. Do not bang the pot with the lid. Bang, there's our ang chunk. A-N-G says ang. Do not bang the pot with the lid. Sound this one out with me. Lisp, lisp. Buff, mock, snot, 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 snuff. If you snuff something, you extinguish it or you put it out. So if you snuff a candle, you put out the candle. Smell, dust, muck, clack, k. Again, we hear our so we use long spelling right after short vowel. We use the CK. That's the longer than using just one letter for k. Same. We have A, consonant E says A. Aim, same. Slam, smog, snug. We sang a long song. There's our ang chunk and ong chunk. We sang a long song. I want 10 fish in the red tub. And there we go. And now we are ready to write some words, review what we have learned, and if we could just read them, we can write them. So let's get started. Get your pencil and paper ready. Remember, I say the word, you say the word, sound it out, and then spell it. Our first word, number 1, is sling. Sling. Think about what chunk you heard in that word sling. What's our blend? What chunk did we hear? How did you spell sling? Did you spell it S-L-I-N-G? Sling. Number 2, clock. Clock. Let's sound it out. K, oo, ah, k. Think about what sound that O is making and what that tells you. Did you spell clock? C-L-O-C-K. What sound did our O make? Ah. That's a short sound, so we use the long spelling, C-K. Number 3, game. Game. And again, think about what vowel sound you hear. Sound it out. G, A, M. How'd you spell game? Did you spell game? G-A-M-E. Why did we put that E on the end? We hear G-A. A is saying its name, so we have our A, consonant E says A. Put the E on the end because we heard the long vowel sound, A. Number 4, shine, shine. How did you spell shine? Did you spell shine? S-H-I-N-E. We heard sh, I, we heard it say I, so we needed that E on the end. So we had our I, consonant E pattern. If I take the E off, I get shin, that lower part of your leg, your shin. If I put the E on, it becomes shine. Changes that vowel from I to I. Number 5, glob, glob. In this one, we have a blend at the beginning. G-O-B, glob. How did you spell glob? Did you spell glob? G-L-O-B, glob. Number 6, stuck, stuck. Let's sound out stuck. Stuck. Do you spell stuck? S-T-U-C-K, because our U made what sound? And it's short, so we use the long spelling right after short vowel, stuck. Next one is a sentence. This sentence has 3 words. So the sentence is fling the stick. Fling the stick. Okay, and if you're ready to check it, you can check with me. If you're not, pause it and keep writing. We have fling the stick, FL blend, and our ing chunk, F-L-I-N-G, fling, space, the, T-H-E, space, stick, S-T-I-C-K, and we heard our I saying I, so we have C-K after it, and then our period, uppercase letter at the beginning, period at the end. Last sentence, another 3-word sentence. Beth, someone's name Beth, is glum. Glum means she's sad and upset. So Beth is glum. And if you're ready to check it, you may check it with me. If you're not, pause it until you are ready to check. Beth is glum. B-E-T-H, space, is, I-S, space, glum, G-L-U-M, glum, and a period uppercase letter, both because it's a name and it's the beginning of a sentence, and then punctuation at the end. Nice job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And for our reading today, I'm going to show you a couple different ones. So this is Miss Smith and Sam Slug. So if you need to, pause it and read that one. As you read, think about, who are the characters? What happened in here? Can you tell me 3 important events that went on? So pause it and read that one. And then when you are ready, unpause it and you can reread Chuck and the Chick. Remember, we read over and over again because every time we read it, we get better. And when we get more fluent at reading, when we can read more smoothly, we can understand it better. So who are our characters in this one? Was there a problem in this one? How was the problem solved? And that wraps up our review lesson for today. Remember to pause those and keep reading those passages if you need to. And we will continue working next time. Have a great afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you happen to be doing this. Bye-bye.